Welcome back, everyone. It is Wednesday and we are going to continue subtracting. Okay, today we're going to move over to three-digit numbers, subtracting with three-digit numbers, and we're going to use counters again to support us. So we are going to use expanded method to subtract three-digit numbers and ones. We are going to use expanded method again to subtract three-digit numbers and multiples of tens. And then for step 3, we're going to use expanded method to subtract three-digit numbers, okay, from each other. We will be using expanded method, but we will also have counters alongside to assist us. This is the first time we're using three-digit numbers to subtract. So if you are not sure, stay with me. We'll go all the way through steps 1 through to 3. We're going to be using these 3 steps to success here. Okay, step 1, we're going to partition our digits into the correct place value column. So that means when you have 3 digits, we have hundreds digits, a tens digit, and a ones digit. So we need to make sure we are placing them in the correct columns. For our second step, we will then subtract each place value column separately. So when we do step 1, we are only going to be subtracting our ones. When we do step 2, we're going to be subtracting multiples of 10. So we're not going to do anything to our hundreds or our ones column. And then when we get to step 3, there might be a combination of 3 digits or 2-digit numbers we need to subtract. So let's get started. So let's have a look at our first number sentence for step 1. Remember, we are just subtracting ones for our step 1. We need to partition our digits into the correct place value column. So as you can see here, I have 248 and I'm taking away 2. So let me show you with my counters what I need to do. I've got 2 in my hundreds, so I have 2 100 counters. I then have 4 tens. I have 40, so I have 4 in my tens column, so that needs to be 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40. I have 8 ones, so I need to make sure I have 8 ones in my ones column. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, I'm going to be taking away 2. So let's see what I need to do when I write my digits in my expanded method. So to write an expanded method, I need to make sure that I'm partitioning my digits. So 248, well, I can look across at my counters here. I have 200, so I have 200 in my hundreds column. Okay, I need to partition my tens. I have 4 tens, which means I have 40, so that's going to go in my tens column. I have 8 ones, so I have 8 ones here, and I need to make sure I put that in my ones column. Okay, so you can see here I have 248. I've partitioned 248. Okay, now I need to subtract. I need to subtract 2. Now 2 is not a hundreds, it's not a tens, it is a ones digit. So it's going to go in the ones column. So I'm going to go all the way across to my ones, and I'm going to put my 2 underneath my 8 because that is where it belongs. It is in the ones column. So this is what my number sentence looks like when I've partitioned, and I'm going to be using expanded method. Okay, 248, 8 ones, taking away 2. Okay, I need to cross off 2 there. Or I could just use this method here. So let me use my digits today because we've used a lot of counters before. I will show you in a minute how we're going to do it, but I'm just going to use the expanded method first. So 8 take away 2. Well, 8 take away 2 is 6. I know that because I know that 8 take away 2 is 6. If you did not know that, you could use your fingers or you could put 8 in your head and count backwards 2. You are taking away, you are not adding. So your answer will be smaller than the number you started with. Okay, 40, take away no other tens, is going to still be 40. And 200, take away no other hundreds, is still going to be 200. Okay, so we've partitioned our number, we've subtracted independently of each other, we've subtracted the ones, sorted out the tens, sorted out the hundreds. Now we need to add them all back together because leaving our answer as 246 is not a complete answer. So we need to make sure we have a complete answer. So we need to add them all up together. So 200 plus 40 plus 6 is 246. That is our answer. Let me show you what we're going to do with the counters exactly like we did on Monday. We've partitioned them, hundreds, tens and ones. we're taking off 2, so we're taking off 2 ones, and we need to total them back up. So we have 2, 4, 6 in our ones column. We haven't done anything to our 10s, so we still have 4 10s, so we have 40, and we have 2 100s, so we have 200, and we combine them together to give us an answer of 246. So our answer to 248, take away 2, is 246. Okay, so I'm going to leave the counters on there for you to have a look at, and you are going to have a go at doing this next one. Your number sentence to try for me, please, is 248 take away 6. Now I'm going to move down these 3 steps for you so you can see what you need to do. Okay, so you need to make sure you are following your steps systematically. Okay, so step 1, you're going to partition your digits into the correct place value. You're going to partition 200, 40, and 8, and then you're going to take away 6. Okay, I want you to partition the digits like I did up there. You're going to partition yours and subtract. So pause the video and we'll come back and go through every single step when you have done. Okay, welcome back everyone. Let's have a look at what we need to do first. So we have 248 take away 6. Well, my first step says I need to partition my digits into the correct place value. So we need to partition 248. This is what it's going to look like partitioned. 200, 4 10s, I have 40, and I have 8 ones. Okay, now I'm going to subtract 6. So take away 6. 6 needs to go in the ones column because that is what I am taking away, making sure I keep all my digits underneath each other. Okay, let's subtract each column separately. So we're doing step 2 now. 8 take away 6. The answer is 2. Okay, you could use your fingers to count that back. Take 2 fingers away. You could count backwards from 8. Okay, so let's look at this. So 40 take away no 10s is still 40. 200 take away nothing is still 200. So we've got each column totaled. We now need to make sure that we add them all together, because if we leave it as 240 and 2, it isn't a complete number. So we need to make sure we have a complete number when we are putting our answer then. So we have 2 in our hundreds column, 4 in our tens column, and 2 in our ones column. So our answer to 248, take away 6, is 242. 242 is our answer for that problem. I hope you got that correct. We're going to look now at step 2. Step 2, remember, we are only subtracting multiples of 10. So our counters are gone now because I would like you to try and do this with just expanded method. Okay, so I'm going to have a go, following my rules, following my steps 1, 2, and 3, making sure I follow them systematically and carefully to make sure I do the correct order and I don't get confused with all my numbers. Step 1, partition my digits. So I need to partition 457 first. Okay, so I'm going to do this in different colours to show you because the numbers are getting a little bit bigger now. So let's have a look. Let's partition our 400 first. So we have, let's make this a bit bigger so we can see, 400. Okay, now we're going to partition our 50, our 5 10s. Okay. Make sure this is bigger. 50. And then we have 7 ones. 7 ones. So we need to make sure we're putting 7 in there as well. So we have 457. Making sure our digits are all in line. They're all in the right place value column. We have our hundreds, our tens, and our ones. Now we need to subtract. We need to make sure we're putting our subtract sign in there, take away, and we are taking away 20. So that means we have 2 10s, so we have 20, and we have no other hundreds. We have no hundreds, we have no ones. So let's get our blue. Make sure we put our 20 in there, and we have no ones. Okay, so we can put a 0 there. You don't need to put a 0 there, but you can. Okay, now let's subtract. Let's do what we need to do. We need to subtract. So let's go. So let's start with our ones first. Remember, we always start in our ones column. So 7 take away 0 is going to be 7. Well done. 50 take away 20. Well, I know that 5 take away 2 is 3. So 50 take away 20 is going to be 30, making sure I keep my digits underneath the correct place value. So keeping all my 10s together, all my 1s together. Can you see that all together? 400 take away nothing is going to still be 400. So let's make sure I write it in the correct color, 400. Excellent. Now I need to combine these all together because I can't leave them as 437. So 400 plus 30 plus 7 equals 437. Okay, that is my answer. So my answer to 452 take away 20 is going to be 437. So make sure you come back and fill in your answer correctly for your number sentence. Okay, following these 3 steps, I would like you to have a go at 372 take away 40. Okay, 372 take away 40. So pause the video, off you go, and we will mark it when you have finished. Okay, welcome back everybody. It's lovely to see you again. Hopefully you have managed to partition your digits and subtract correctly. Let's have a look at how we do this. So our first step is that we need to partition each digit into the correct place value column. So we have 372. So let me get my red for my hundreds. I have 300. I have 70. And I have 2. I need to subtract, let's take away, I need to subtract 40. So I'm going to go to my tens column and I'm going to type in there 40, making sure I keep my tens underneath each other. I don't have any ones to subtract this time, so I can put a 0 in there. I don't need to. Okay, I'm going to put a 0 in there because I like putting a 0 in there. Okay, right, okay, so let us do our calculations. 2 take away 0 is going to be 0. Well, 2. Well done. Not 0. 2 take away nothing is 2. 70 take away 4. Well, 7 take away 4 is 3. I know that because I know my number bonds. 7 take away 4 is 3. So 70 take away 40 is going to be 30. Well done. 70 take away 40 is going to be 30. 300 take away nothing is going to stay as 300. Now I need to combine my answers back together to give me my total answer. So 300 plus 30 plus 2. 300 plus 30 is 330 plus 2 is 332. So my answer to 372 take away 40 is 332. I hope you all got that answer. If you are not sure, if you've got it incorrect and you want to just go back over the steps, rewind the video and go back and do the step by step. Okay, I'd much rather you focus on getting step 1 and step 2 correct than moving on to step 3 when the numbers get a lot bigger. So if you got that correct, let's go on to step 3 and see how we do the next one. Now, for step 3, I said we were going to subtract 3 digits from 3 digits. Okay, the steps still stay the same. We still need to partition our digits, okay, and then we're going to subtract each place value separately. So let's start with our first number. We always start with the biggest number when we subtract. We have 569 take away 326. Okay, how are we going to partition 569? Let's start with our hundreds. We have 500. I'm going to put 500 first. That's my hundreds place value column. 60, I have 6 tens, so I'm going to put 60. My tens, need to make sure that's blue because blue is our tens color. Okay. And I'm going to put 9 ones. I'm using purple for ones. Purple for ones. Okay, so I've partitioned 569 into 560 and 9. Okay. Now we need to take away 326. So I need to partition 326. So exactly as I did before, I'm going to put my subtract sign in there. Let's change that to different colors so we don't get confused. Okay, so now I have a 3-digit number. So I need to make sure that I'm writing all my digits in the correct place, value, position. So hundreds, 300. So let's put 300 in the hundreds. 20, that means I only have 20 in my tens column. 20, and then I need 6 ones. 6, excellent. So I now have 326, 326. Let's put our line underneath so we know we're going to subtract, and that's going to be our answer. 9 take away 6. Okay, so 9 take away 6 is 3. 9 to take away 6 is 3. You can count backwards. You could use a number line to help you. It is entirely up to you how you do that. 60 take away 20. Well, I know that 6 take away 2 is 4. So 60 take away 20 is going to be 40. Can you see how I'm using what I already know to help me with these calculations? 500 take away 300. Well, I know that 5 take away 3 is 2. So 500 take away 300 is going to be 200. Okay, so what you can do is cover up your zeros. If I show you there, cover up your zeros. If I cover up my zeros there, let's do that. If I cover up my 0 there, I can see that 5. Oh, no, don't worry about it. So 5 take away 3. 5 take away 3 is 2. Okay, so 500 take away 30. 300 is going to be 200. Okay, so if you need to cover up your zeros to work it out, you can do. Now we need to add these all back up together. So 200 plus 40 plus 3. So 240, 243. So my answer there is 243. So the answer to 569, take away 326 is 243. Now I want you to have a go with this number sentence for me, please. Please follow your steps 1, 2, and 3, making sure you partition your digits carefully. You have got 569 take away 218. Okay, 18, the 10 and an 8. Off you go, pause the video and we'll come back and go through it when you have finished. Okay, welcome back. I hope you have tried really hard. I hope you're going to get this correct. Let's work it out together and see how you got on. So our first step is to partition our digits into the correct place value. 569. We're going to do that one first. Okay, so let's start with our red for our 100. 500. How many tens? 6 tens, which means we have 60. How many ones do we have? We have 9 ones, so that's going to be our ones digit. We then need to subtract. What are we subtracting? Let's have a look. We are subtracting 218. So we need to look at our hundreds column. We have 200. Okay, making sure that we keep our digits nice and accurate in the correct place value column. We're taking away 110, so we're taking away 10. And again, making sure our digits are in the correct place value column and accurately spaced so we do not get confused. How many ones are we taking away? We're taking away 8 ones, so let's put 8 there. Okay, so let's draw our line, making sure that we know we are now going to subtract, and this is going to be our answer. So we've done 1. We've partitioned all our digits. We've done that. We subtract each place value column separately. So let's do that. Let's start with our 1s. 9 take away 8 is going to be 1. Right? 9 take away 8 is 1, making sure my answer is in my 1s column. 60 take away 10. Well, I know that 6 take away 1 is 5. So 60 take away 10 is going to be 50. Okay, making sure again that I write my 10s digit in the correct place value column. 500 take away 200. Well, I know 5 take 2 is 3. So 500 take away 200 is going to be 300. Now we need to recombine, because that is what step 3 says. I've done step 2. Total each column and add combine for your answer. So add to combine. So let's do 300 plus 50 plus 1 is going to be 351. So my answer to 569 take away 218 is going to be 351. That is my answer, making sure that I combine that to give me the correct answer. Well done, everybody. Off you go to complete your work independently, and we'll see you back tomorrow to learn about exchanging.